welcome back. This is the week you missed. This is going to be the last week of the year for us. Next week is Christmas. I don't celebrate, but I just feel like not doing much. So let's get right into it, though. What did we miss? Well, first off, we got Argentina won the World Cup. What a thrilling match. Some people said, oh, if this is your first World Cup because it's Messi and Mbappe, you shouldn't not watch soccer because all soccer is like this. That's a lie. That was the most exciting match like ever. Most soccer is definitely exciting, but not like that. That was unbelievable. Great time. I'm going to try and talk about something not too serious today because usually things are serious and not too great. But there's a poll last night. Do you know what I'm going to talk about already?
Elon stepping down as
Yep,
CEO.
my favorite person to talk about. He's the person most people will click if we ever have it in the headline. So it's helpful to talk about him too. But yesterday he has a poll on Twitter saying, should I step down as CEO from Twitter? I think it's just funny that he has all these polls. I think I saw someone say this the other day before this poll, and I kind of agree with it. It's really cool and fascinating to be able to like see this guy think almost in real time. Like it's like he's
Wild.
brainstorming ideas, and like it's not like these are fake ideas. He has an idea, he tweets it. He thinks something else, he tweets it, and it's kind of
Yep.
fascinating to really be in the most he was not anymore the richest person in the world. It's now the luxury retail brand owner, Bernard
Yeah.
Arnault. But you're in his head hearing what he thinks. It's fascinating. Now he has polls to kind of like brainstorm and hear what you guys think. He responds to everyday people on Twitter like all the time, which is just awesome. But I guess back to this poll, what I want to talk about is, do you think that it's really gonna decide for him? I think the answer was yes, he should step down. That's what the poll concluded. Do you think he's actually gonna step down? And also, does it really matter? Because if you own a company, uh, I don't even know what the role is of the company that I own. If I step down from that role, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to still be able to say what I want and like make things change. I don't know. Like, I guess a big company will be a little bit different, but will that even have an effect? Why do you think, excuse me, he did it? And what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it'll be interesting to see how he does this, but I mean, like, I think he does it at the right time because, like, he wasn't going to permanently be like Twitter CEO. Like, that's obvious. Like, he was going to probably be involved in sort of an initial turnaround or sort of making things, taking care of it during the initial stages, but he'd obviously move on at some point. So, and again, I think it's just entertaining exactly what you're saying. Like, we're getting to see someone who's basically thinking in real time as they are dealing with like a turnaround operation of a $44 billion company that they bought, which is just absolutely crazy.
Do you think he's going to
So
step down then and
um,
vie for or do what the poll said?
I think so. I think he will eventually. I think because you noticed it didn't
Give
put
me a
any
date.
time frame on it. Didn't say step down within a year or a
That's
week. Just said
great.
step down.
Great point.
So it's like
Give me a time frame then. When do you think he'll step down?
I bet within a year he'll be
Within a
gone.
year.
Yeah. And you know what? In the other thing I'm seeing kicked around is like, yeah, okay, he's gonna step down as CEO and he's gonna make himself CMO or COO
Right,
or
exactly. That's what I'm thinking. It's like he's
so I think it's just stuff to I mean, look, he owns this platform now. Engagement on the platform makes money. Every time he does one of these polls, it goes bananas.
right.
People are talking about it, tweeting about it, sharing it, like voting in it. So I think if anything, he's just like, yeah, this is an easy way for me to just make sure that, people are coming to Twitter, talking about it, talking about me. Elon Musk is very good about keeping his name in the news as of late, which I think is only good for Twitter. So I don't
Good
know. We'll
point.
see.
Did you see in related news about Elon and being in the news and making a splash, something else I'm like very excited for. Did you see that his conversation with Lex Fridman via tweet over the weekend, I think it was, and basically I think this week they're planning on having Elon on Lex Fridman's podcast talking about Twitter and the future of Twitter and the plans for Twitter. But they're also, I think, going to have like an in real time Twitter space concurrently for people to be able to like chime in and think. And then Lex also said that he wants to like work for Twitter more or less and help make Twitter great. And Elon said the only way he can do that is if he invests his whole life fortune and goes all in on it.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be crazy. I mean, look, I think the thing that I just continue loving is everyone being like, this is it, this is finally it, Twitter's finally gonna die. And it's like, no, it's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
It's just gonna keep limping along. All these people that say they're leaving for other platforms, it's like you'll be back because you're addicted. And no matter who runs it, at this point, Twitter really has become to some degree like the global town square. It is a place where it is probably the best place to get real time or as close to real time information from around the world, when crazy stuff's happening, than anything else. So I
Right.
think that, if you want to be a relevant journalist, if you want to be someone who's a commentator or involved in politics or news or whatever, you got to be on Twitter. You have to,
Hmm.
maybe not interacting, but you certainly at least have to be taking in information.
Yeah.
And then it's a valuable platform to promote yourself. So yeah, I think all these tales of like Twitter's going to collapse or everyone's going to leave for Mastodon or whatever. Okay, sure, fine. Some people are, but Twitter's not going anywhere. At least I don't think it. Certainly not in the short term.
Yep.
We shall see.
I agree. Let's hear what you got for the week we missed.
Well, that was something I was. Did you hear about this New York Times crossword puzzle?
No.
I'm going to send you a link, and then I want you to take a look at it. But the New York Times, obviously very famous for their crossword puzzle, amongst other things. And this is the crossword puzzle that was released on the first day of Hanukkah.
Oh God.
So
I'm
click on it
already
and scroll
getting
down. You'll see a picture of it.
I'm already seeing the headline. So I'm actually gonna share the screen for people
It's kind of wild.
who are on YouTube um to see it. Disgusting. Donald Trump Jr. joins hundreds of readers slamming New York Times after their crossword puzzle published on first day of Hanukkah is shaped like no way.
Scroll down. It will show you.
No way. Wow. Is that's got to be on purpose, right?
I I mean,
That's crazy.
like it's nuts, right?
I mean, it's like, yeah, it's like pretty obvious it's a swastika. Like, even if it's not on purpose, how's your editor like let that go?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's absolutely hilarious, in a terrible, terrible way. And but apparently those people are like, it was completely accidental. And it's like, no, it wasn't. Someone did
Yeah.
this.
A lot of
Like,
people too lately, I don't even really like have the energy to respond to a lot of these things anymore. But a new thing I'm seeing more often now, and it's like the thing is, it's kind of true. It's just like, no, you still shouldn't say that or do it. It's not the same anymore. But the swastika originally was like a symbol of love or peace in Asia. So there's like Thailand, I believe there's like parks that have swastikas all over.
yeah,
So some people go like, "Oh, no, we're reimagining the symbol back to what it was so that it's a symbol of love again." And it's like, yeah, if we want to do that, it should probably be the Jews' choice to do that, would be my guess. Just like it's black people's choice to say the N-word or let people say the N-word. It's not really anyone's place to choose if the swastika should be allowed or not right now. That's crazy
yeah,
though. I can't believe that. I can't believe I didn't hear about it. I'm sure I'll read about it more, or like hear about it more as the day goes on because it just happened yesterday. I don't watch too
yeah.
much news on the weekends. Wow. I did you get the crossword right?
I did not do the crossword. I'm not a big crossword guy myself.
Can you
But
imagine if all of the clues are like fucking ridiculous too? Like the name of the concentration camp that has the most Jews, like Auschwitz.
Yeah, like,
um,
yeah, these control the media. It's like,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
just
Like,
like, what? No,
oh
but the
my
whole thing,
God.
it'll be, my guess is they're just going to basically try to like no comment their way out of this, or be like, it was an oversight, or like, because I'm assuming you probably use like a computer
Fire the
program.
intern. Fire the
What?
intern.
Yeah, some but it's just so crazy that the New York Times, the paper of record for like the world, the paper based in one of the most Jewish cities in the world, it does this. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And just
They're known
watching
for
people
being
freak out.
against Israel too, and like always saying stuff against Israel, which again to me is so surprising that people say like, "Oh, Jews control the media." It's like if Jews really control the media, I know there's a lot of Jews in high places, but if they really control the media, we'd probably not have stuff like this come out. Like you'd think.
Yeah. No, I think it's crazy. And to your point about the swastika and people being like, oh, we're reclaiming it or whatever. I was at a bowling alley, I think in either Vietnam or Thailand at like 2 a.m. Everyone's just like partying, drinking, bowling, and they had like laser lights projecting down like on the floor, and it would just go through different symbols like a heart, a star, and one of the symbols was a swastika.
Yeah,
And the first time I saw it, I did like a double take, and then I remembered I was like, oh yeah, it's got this like other usage that has largely been overshadowed.
yeah.
But yeah,
In
no, I think it's crazy, and I do think like it's just too coincidental, and it just doesn't make it strikes me because you're absolutely right. This sort of like recent rise in anti-Semitism that we've seen, like it's just too convenient. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all, unless there's just some sort of like literal like anti-Semitic like energy that's permeating the world and just like making this weird shit
yeah.
happen. But like, I don't buy it.
I agree. So, it reminds me though too. In high school, they redid like our library, and they redid the desks, and the way they did the desk, like the tables, it was a bunch of like swastikas, and like that one, I can imagine it was a mistake, but like it's hard to like, it's still hard to believe if some of these mistakes. I don't know. And then like one at this time, it's hard to believe it's a coincidence, and then two, even if it was a coincidence, a mistake, like, yo, there should, what happened to oversight and editors and like double checking and like, and all of that? It makes no sense that no one caught that and stopped it after the first time. I don't know. That's crazy, wild. But I believe I can't even remember. I feel like every day I see something, I'm like, is this new? And then they like is, but like Kanye is continually saying new, just like completely anti-Jewish. I don't like to say anti-Semitic anymore because like the word is, most people aren't anti-Semitic. They're anti-Jewish. I don't know why people say
Yeah.
anti-Semitic. It's a little weird to me.
Well, and then a lot of the people that are anti-Jewish are, if you, and I actually got mixed up with this on some guy on your Facebook timeline. He's like, I am Semitic. How can I be anti-Semitic? And it's like people they use wordplay to try to be like, no, I can't be anti-Semitic because I'm a Semitic person myself, because I'm like
Exactly.
from descended from, it's very similar to like the Hebrew Israelites and what the sort of
Yeah.
nonsense they pull. It's like, fine, you're anti-Jewish then. Let's call it what it is.
But
You're anti-Jewish.
check this. This is I believe AI made this song with like someone's help. This is kind of crazy. And again, it's like this is why I believe Kanye was so dangerous, is because like he gets people to get confidence to do this stuff, to share this stuff, and then more people go like, oh, you hate Jews too, I hate Jews, and then people act on it. I think this weekend there was we don't need Jews like spray painted on some high school somewhere. But this is
Mhm.
pretty wild. And then the comments are what's like the most
What?
the most disturbing. But hold
Wait,
on, ready?
wait. This song was
I love that man with the mustache and the hair.
You hear it?
It all fillers, he's my favorite trade. He took control, made the Germans great. The way he rose to power simply fade. I love Hitler, he's my man. Alright. ride with until the very end. I love Hitler, he's my jam. His power and strength I admire and lie. The way he marched into Poland, or what a sight.
Wait, so
Crazy. So here's my thing. Everyone's mad at Twitter for being more anti-Semitic and more racist right now. This is on fucking YouTube. Why doesn't anyone get mad at YouTube? This is as bad as I'd imagine it can get. It probably gets worse. I'm sure there's worse stuff on YouTube. But why isn't shit canceled from YouTube? Why isn't this taken down? Why isn't the channel taken down? Why don't people say cancel YouTube, get off YouTube? Why only people cancel Twitter, Elon, whatever? This is as sick as you can get. That's crazy. And that's on YouTube. Wow.
so that's not actually Kanye?
No, I think it's AI, but it's fucking sick. And it's
Crazy.
and yeah, what's it called? It's crazy. The comments too, people are like, yo, it's kind of hot or whatever, and you're like, dude, get this down, because that's what having this type of shit up gets people fucking doing dumb shit. But
That's absolutely crazy. But
yep.
listen, man, my internet's about to get cut off because they're doing work in my neighborhood.
All good. Let's close the week out. That's the week you missed. Great year. See you next year. Much love. Peace.
Peace.